Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope you're all doing fantastic. Today, we're diving into a super important topic, how to protect yourself from identity fraud. It's one of those things that we always hear about, but it can feel, kind of overwhelming to think about, right? But don't worry, we're going to break it down into some simple steps that you can take to stay safe. With cyber threats on the rise, it's crucial to stay informed and take action. So let's do this. All right. Let's kick things off with the foundation of online security: strong passwords. I know, you've heard it a million times, but trust me, it's worth repeating. Think of your passwords as the superheroes guarding your valuable online information. You wouldn't want your superheroes to be weak and easily defeated, right? That's why your passwords need to be strong and unique. And when I say strong, I mean a combination of at least 12 characters. That's uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, people. I know it sounds like a lot to remember, but that's where our trusty sidekick comes in, the password manager. These handy tools generate and store all those super-powered passwords for you, so you don't have to remember them all. It's like having a photographic memory for your passwords, without the whole having to train your brain for years thing. And hey, while we're on the topic of passwords, let's talk about password reuse. It's a big no-no, folks. Using the same password for multiple accounts is like using the same key for your house, your car, and your secret diary. If someone gets their hands on that key, they have access to everything. So do yourself a favor and mix it up. Use different passwords for different accounts. Your future self will thank you for it. And remember, a strong password is your first line of defense against identity thieves. Let's keep those accounts safe and sound. All right. Now that we've got our passwords sorted, let's move on to another crucial step: checking your credit report regularly. Think of this as a regular checkup for your financial health. Just like you wouldn't wait years to see a doctor if you weren't feeling well, you shouldn't wait to check your credit report only when something seems off. You can get a free credit report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, once a year. That means you can basically check it every 4 months, like a quarterly tune-up for your finances. And trust me, it's way better to catch any potential issues early on than to deal with a bigger mess later. So, what exactly are we looking for when we check our credit reports? Well, any suspicious activity, of course. This could be anything from accounts you don't recognize to inquiries you didn't authorize. It's like checking your bank statement for any weird transactions. You're looking for anything that seems out of place, anything that makes you go, that's not right. And if you do find something fishy, don't panic. There are steps you can take to dispute errors and report potential identity theft. We'll get into that a bit later. For now, just remember, checking your credit report regularly is like keeping an eye on your financial pulse. It's a simple habit that can save you a whole lot of trouble down the road. All right, let's talk about two-factor authentication, or 2FA for short. This is one of those things that sounds complicated, but is actually super simple and incredibly effective. Think of it like this. You know how you need a key to unlock your front door? Well, 2FA is like adding an extra lock to that door. So even if someone gets their hands on your key, your password, they still can't get in without the code from your second lock, your phone or email. Here's how it usually works. You enter your password as usual, and then you'll get a notification on your phone or an email with a unique code. You enter that code, and boom, you're in. It's like having a secret handshake with your accounts, making sure it's really you trying to get in. And the best part, it only takes a few seconds to set up. Seriously, most online accounts these days offer 2FA, from your email to your social media to your online banking. So there's really no excuse not to use it. It's like wearing a helmet when you ride a bike or putting on sunscreen before you go outside. It's just common sense, folks. So go ahead and enable 2FA on all your accounts. You'll be glad you did. Okay, let's talk about phishing scams. These are sneaky little tricks that cyber criminals use to try and steal your personal information. And trust me, they can be pretty convincing. Phishing scams usually come in the form of emails, text messages, or even phone calls that look like they're from a legitimate source. Like your bank, a social media platform, or even a government agency. But here's the thing, they're not. They're just trying to trick you into clicking on a malicious link or giving up your personal information. So how can you spot a phishing scam? Well, first of all, be wary of any unsolicited messages that ask for your personal information. Legitimate organizations will never ask for your passwords or credit card details over email or text. Second, look out for any red flags in the message itself. Does it have spelling or grammar errors? Does it sound urgent or threatening? Does the sender's email address look fishy? If you see any of these red flags, it's best to err on the side of caution and just delete the message. And whatever you do, don't click on any links or download any attachments unless you're 100% sure they're safe. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Stay vigilant, my friends, and don't let those fishers reel you in. Alright, let's wrap things up with some general tips for protecting your personal information both online and offline. First things first, let's talk about social media. It's great for staying connected, but it can also be a goldmine for identity thieves. So, be mindful of what you share online. Do you really need to post your home address or your birthday for the whole world to see? Probably not. And while you're at it, take a look at your privacy settings. Make sure you're only sharing your information with people you trust. Next up, let's talk about physical mail. This might seem old school, but it's still a common way for identity thieves to get their hands on your personal information. So, be sure to shred any documents that contain sensitive information before you throw them away. You know, things like bank statements, credit card offers, and even those pesky junk mail credit card offers you get in the mail. And speaking of mail, be careful about what you send through the mail. If you're sending any documents that contain personal information, consider using a secure method like certified mail. Now let's talk about public Wi-Fi. We all love a good free Wi-Fi hotspot, but be careful about what you do on those networks. Avoid accessing sensitive information like your bank accounts or online shopping while connected to public Wi-Fi. If you must use public Wi-Fi, consider using a virtual private network or VPN to encrypt your connection. Finally, let's talk about common sense. Be aware of your surroundings and who might be listening when you're talking about personal information in public. Don't carry around your social security card unless you absolutely need it, and be suspicious of anyone who asks for your personal information, especially if it seems unnecessary. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, protecting yourself from identity theft is an ongoing process, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.